there. My name is Monica Weekly. I'm an eXp agent in Cincinnati, Ohio. I've been with eXp since August of 2017. I also sit currently on the board of directors for eXp's parent company, which is called eXp World Holdings. So I have a lot of insight into this company and a lot to share. This video is for you, the agent who is either brand new to this industry, meaning you're just getting your license or you're thinking about getting your license, or maybe even if you've just been licensed a year or so. So this video is geared towards that. Now, if you've been in the business longer than that, you're still going to get a ton of information out of this business. But I'm going to take a little time up front to explain the dynamics of the industry and a little bit of the history of the industry so you understand why eXp is disrupting the market and the nature in the way it is. And that's why I say it's kind of for new agents. But I welcome anybody who wants to listen to this. I'm going to keep it moving very quickly. We're going to try to do this in about 20 minutes. And that's tough because there is a lot here. So know that this video does not by any means explain all of the benefits and all of the tools that you will have as an agent, because there is so much here for you to plug into. I really just want you to have an overview and understand why it is that we are the fastest growing real estate company in the entire world, and why it is that this brokerage is a perfect business partner for you, because that's in fact what you're doing right now. When you choose a broker, you are choosing a business partner. And I want you to make sure that this business partner is going to benefit you. This business partner is here to help you. You are not in a position where you need to feel grateful to have some brokerage choose you. Look, this is your choice and you are interviewing brokerages. Let's make sure that your business partner, your brokerage, has what you need to succeed and sets you up for a lifetime career of wealth building and success and best practices and all the things. Okay, so let's dive right in. All right, first of all, very quickly, it is important to understand how we got here, how eXp as a cloud-based brokerage has disrupted years and years and years and over a century of history. So originally, the traditional models, they feel more like an employee-employer relationship. Your brokerage was the brand, and you're kind of hiding behind that brand, and maybe they advertise their own brand. They provide a place for you to go. They provide you signs, those kinds of things. Now, typically, you are paying quite a bit of money to that brokerage. In some cases, even today, you're paying a 50-50 split, which is pretty incredible that that's still existing. That should not be existing. All right, so then comes along RE/MAX, and RE/MAX felt a little bit more like a landlord-tenant model, meaning a place for you to hang your license. In the beginning, the brokerage sort of charged a flat fee, and you got to keep a lot more of your money. So they attracted a lot of top producing agents because it made a lot of sense for that. They had brick and mortar, they had a place for you to go, and they charged this desk fee. And they have adjusted their model over the years. So that has changed a little bit at RE/MAX. They're always, of course, trying to keep up with what the current industry is offering other agents. Now, here comes Keller Williams. And Keller Williams back, I don't know, 40 years ago or whatever, did disrupt the market also, much like eXp is now. And the reason they did that is because they put the agent first. And they said that the agent is the brand and that Keller Williams is just the business partner. And the agent plugs into the business partner, but the agent should build the brand. They also capped the commission. And that was really, at any large level, the only time that had been, seen broadly across the industry. What I mean by cap the commission is KW basically said, let's say it was $25,000. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Agent, you will never pay us more than $25,000. So if your split is 70-30, once you pay us $25,000 in a year, you go to 100%, maybe with some fees attached to that. But that was revolutionary because in the history of brokerages, you had never seen a brokerage putting a cap on the amount of commission that an agent would give its business partner. And that really changed things. Okay, so now 2009, here comes eXp, the very first ever cloud-based brokerage. Not only is the agent the brand, the brokerage is the business partner. We have a very low commission cap because we're not carrying a bunch of overhead. Do you know of any other amazing cloud-based businesses that have disrupted their industries? Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Airbnb, the list goes on. Why wouldn't agents want to create the same efficiencies in how they access staff, support, training? It just makes sense, right? Also, eXp said, hey, we want to share ownership with the agents. We want the agents to own part of the company. So we as agents, as we sell and as we spend time with the business and we do things in the business, we are earning stock and we are the owners. So we are a business partner. This makes a huge difference. Let's look at why. So in 1906, I think this was actually Coldwell Banker's model in the beginning, I think. You know, you have this corporate, you have this sort of pyramid situation, actually. You have a corporate who needs to start a business, so they need to raise money. Where do they go? Well, they go out and they sell regions. So these regional owners buy in. They're like, yeah, I think this is a good idea. And then the regional owners say, hey, I need to raise some capital so I can build this thing. So what do? They go out and find a bunch of franchise owners, and the franchise owners buy in. And that money funnels up to the regional owners and funnels up to corporate. And then the franchise owners say, all right, well, we need agents. So who's going to do that for us? So they go out and they hire office managers or team leaders. And these are recruiters. That's their number one job, is to recruit. So they go out and they find these team leaders, and then the team leaders go out and find agents. Well, the agents then do deals, and that money funnels up through the team leaders, through the franchise owners, through the regional owners, through corporate. All right. Well, look here on the left. Who is left out of the partnership? Who is doing all the work, selling all the houses, and who is not a part of the partnership in the business? It's awful. It's sad. And finally, someone sees that differently. And that's eXp. And we don't have regional owners. We don't have franchise owners. We don't have office managers. We have the company and we have the agent owners. That's it. And that's what makes eXp extremely different from a standpoint of an agent and what they get to earn over time. All right. So this is Glenn Sanford. He's the founder and CEO of the company. He's amazing. He's super smart. And he was doing something very interesting in the early 2000s when he got into the business. He was a pioneer in the space of capturing leads online. And back then, that just really wasn't being done at a high level with any predictability. Of course, now it's not so hard and it's very common. But back then, Glenn was really making a name for himself. And he was at Keller Williams at the time, actually, and began to do a lot with KW and help their technology division grow. I don't mean literally, but I think he was consulting and certainly was influencing the technology growth that KW was experiencing in the early 2000s. However, all along, Glenn was seeing how you and I were changing the way we consumed. He was seeing how we consumed differently. What Amazon was doing to the bookstores, Amazon, cloud-based business, was doing to the brick and mortar bookstores. How Amazon, cloud-based business, was affecting the brick and mortar electronics stores. Amazon, cloud-based business, what it was doing to the brick and mortar toy stores. And Toys R Us and poor Jeffrey is at a giraffe sanctuary somewhere. And then, of course, Netflix and what they did to Blockbuster. And see, Blockbuster, this is a great analogy, actually, for what's going on with eXp and the rest of the real estate industry. See, Blockbuster couldn't pivot. Even if they knew that Netflix would have been a great investment, especially at $10 million, which they were offered to buy it, Now, they couldn't do it because 33% of their income was coming from late fees, and they had a bunch of brick and mortar. How do you pivot there? You don't, and you can't. And of course, we all know where Netflix is right now, and we all know where Blockbuster is right now. And that is what is happening to our industry, and that is what will happen to our industry. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I really do. This is my prediction. I really do see the same thing happening. And of course, we know what Uber has done to the transportation industry without owning a single car, and what Airbnb has done to the hospitality environment without owning a single hotel. And Glenn says, why wouldn't agents want to receive staff support, training, all the things through the cloud and through the efficiencies of the cloud? So in 2009, Glenn Sanford founded the very first ever cloud-based brokerage called eXp. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole timeline, but I am going to point out 2013. 2013 right here, eXp World Holdings becomes a publicly traded company. This is very important because this was Glenn's vision all along. Glenn wanted the agents to own the company. He wanted them to be partners in the business. He wanted to build a business that it would be irresponsible for you as an agent to hang your license anywhere else, and a place that you would never have to leave. And that is what he has built here at eXp. So let's forward to 2018, and I will just highlight this. Even though we were a publicly traded company, we were a penny stock for a while. And then in 2018, we got through the vetting process and were awarded a place in NASDAQ. And now we are traded on NASDAQ, and that is a massive vote of confidence for the company and for the model. We are a debt-free company. This really put us on the radar of investors. It put us on the radar of course, a bunch of agents. And you will see here, and I can't even keep up with this slide, so this slide is out of date. However, I will tell you, actually, right now, we're at 85,000 agents. Now, when you're watching this, it's very possible we are past 100, we are past 150. I mean, I guess I'll do an updated version of this when we hit 100. Right now, we're at 85,000 agents. It's October 18th, 2022 when I'm doing this video. Rest assured, the growth has continued to happen. But look at this. In 2018, when the NASDAQ picked us up, this is when this like hockey stick growth began to happen. And we are attracting new agents just like yourself because we have an incredible training track. We also have a mentoring program where you will be assigned a mentor for your first 3 deals. They do everything with you. They can go on appointments. They help you price houses. They help you fill out contracts. All the things you're nervous about, you're going to have an eXp mentor that's going to help you. So for those first 3 deals, you will be on a 60-40 split, 60% to you, 40% to the company, because the mentor makes a little money. As soon as you're finished with those 3 deals, you will go to the 80-20 split, which all agents at eXp are on. All agents are on an 80-20 split. And we're going to talk about that in a minute because we, of course, have a cap. All right. So these are the questions. You know, I've been coaching and training agents for many years all around the country and in Canada. And these are the questions I know that most new agents want to know, and actually most any agents want to know. First of all, how much money will I keep? Super important, right? How much money will I keep? How will I find business? What kind of training do you have? What kind of support will I have? What are my startup and ongoing costs? How do I earn ownership in eXp? And what the heck is this thing called a revenue share that a lot of people are excited about? I'm going to answer each of these questions very quickly. There is obviously a lot more to the answers than I'm providing on this video. But again, I wanted to keep it as brief as possible. So you will be on an 80-20 split, except if you are in your first 3 deals, as I just mentioned, because you have a mentor. But typically, you'll be on an 80-20 split. Your cap is $16,000. That means that you will not give eXp any more than $16,000 in company commission split, okay? So on any deal, you're going to keep 80%. eXp is going to take 20%, and that 20% goes in a bucket, and that bucket only holds $16,000 in 1 year, okay? As soon as you fill that bucket with $16,000, you go to 100% commission. That's right. You get to keep every dollar, with the exception of a $250 processing fee. All right. And that's because we're still processing your work and we're paying people to do so. So when you keep 100%, then you pay a $250 per deal processing fee. Please know that this processing fee also caps. In other words, there's a bucket for this and it only holds $5,000, which is pretty cool. So look at this, 80-20 split, $16,000 cap on your commission. That's this bucket. Then you go to a $250 per deal processing fee, and that bucket only holds $5,000. Here's what's cool. When you are in this business and you're rocking and rolling like I know you're gonna be, and you fill both of these buckets, you are what we call an icon agent. ICON, icon agent. And when you hit icon level, you fill the 16K bucket and you fill the 5K bucket, then you earn an award of $16,000 in company stock. The company awards you $16,000 in company stock. Now, there are a few little things in there. There's some give backs, like you agree to teach or mentor or sit on a committee. There's some stuff you can do to earn the full amount of that 16K. I'll go into that later, but just know our icon agents are amazing and they do a lot of our teaching and they earn a lot of company stock every single year that they hit this. It's a really big award and you can imagine why it's attracting top talent to the company. Okay. Real quickly, just to kind of give you an idea, if you were doing about 24 deals a year and your average sale price was $250, you would be giving about $19,250 to eXp. That's the 16K stock plus the $250 processing deal. Okay. You'd also be earning stock awards as you go. But if you were at another company and you were on a 60-40 split, you would be giving $72,000 to that brokerage. Yeah, Monica, but they give me signs. Yeah, right. Those signs cost about $400. What else? Yeah, Monica, but they process my paperwork for me. Yeah, you can hire somebody to do that for about $250 a pop. Okay. Trust me, this is really serious dollars that you are giving up at a traditional brokerage versus what's being offered at eXp. And not only that, but the value you're getting for the $19,250, the training, the exposure to bigger ideas, some of the benefits that you get, the stock awards, all these things. It's kind of crazy. Okay. How will I find business? Well, obviously, there's a ton of training in the cloud. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But one tool that you get that will help you is called KV Core. This is a website platform, a lead engine platform. It's a landing page, a squeeze page. It's a CRM. It's marketing autopilot, so like drip campaigns for newsletters and stuff like that. It's a machine, and it can be programmed to generate leads for you. It would typically cost an agent $1,000 up front and $699 a month to own KV Core. Here at eXp, it is included for free for your monthly fee of $85 a month. And every agent pays that $85 a month. And this tool is free. It's included in that. It's not $699 a month, and you don't have to pay $1,000 if you're at eXp. So it is truly a gift, a really cool gift. All right. What kind of training do you have, Monica? Okay, let's talk about it. Our training, honestly, I put it up against anybody's in the industry. And the reason is that it is taught by our top agents. Those icon agents I mentioned, part of them getting that some of that 16,000 is that they agree to give back. And one way you can give back is by teaching. And a lot of top agents love to teach. So we're getting best practices by agents doing something really well right now in this market. So whether we're in a shifting market, whether we're in a buyer's market or seller's market, it doesn't matter. You're going to be getting practical current training on how to behave and how to show up and what to do and activities and techniques and tactics. And we do 80 plus hours of training every single week. every single week. You get to learn from the best of the best. We also have a giant library full of recorded trainings, which is really cool. Look at this sample training day. This was from July 26th. And this is just a random day. This is a very typical day. And these red asterisks demonstrate to you the icon series. If it says icon series, that means it's being taught by an icon agent. And in this particular day, we had 6, 9, 11, 14, 17 different hours of icon training. Now, not every one of these classes is going to be of interest to you, but I guarantee there is something in that week that will help you be a better seller and make more money. Okay? What kind of support am I going to have, Monica? You don't have an office. What does that mean? Where do I get support? Great question. Let's talk about it. First of all, unlike any other brokerage in the entire business, our staff is available from Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I challenge you to find that anywhere else in the business. This is Eastern Standard Time. So if you are on the West Coast and you're seeing this video, of course, it's 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay? Brokers, and I do mean plural. Depending on how many agents are in your state, you will have multiple brokers. And their goal is to be there for you through contract questions and negotiation situations and how do I and what should I write here and anything like that. That's what they do. They do training in the cloud. In Ohio, we have 3 brokers. In Kentucky right now, we have 2. That could be changed by the time you're watching this. We could have 4 or 5 brokers in Ohio and 3 or 4 or 5 brokers in Kentucky. I don't know. Just depends on the agent count. And isn't that cool? As the agent count grows, so does the broker count, because that makes sense. That's for service. All right. You also are going to name a sponsor when you join eXp, and your sponsor becomes your business partner. And your sponsor can help you, and their sponsor can help you, and their sponsor. It becomes this like cool family tree, and they are invested in your success. And there are offerings that you can take advantage of, and anyone in your family tree is going to be more than excited to help you grow. Okay. If you're brand new, like most of you who are watching this video right now are, you're also going to have a mentor, and that's different than your sponsor in most cases. So you've got a mentor, you've got a sponsor, you've got the brokers, and then you've got the staff available 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. That is support. You are going to be just fine, and you're going to be taken care of. All you got to do is make sure you ask for the help you need. You have to be resourceful, and you have to reach out. Okay. I always say nobody's coming to rescue you, but if you plug in, it's all here. It's all here. Okay. What are my startup costs? What are my ongoing costs? Let's look at that. So of course, getting licensed, and some of you may already do that, the study aids, the exam application, all of that. That's going to vary by state. Then for eXp, you're going to have a one-time sign-up cost, one time. And at the time of this video, it's $149. It's actually never changed since I've been here, so I doubt it will change, but of course it's subject to change. One-time sign-up fee of $149. Now that fee includes your first month's fee of $85. Then you have an ongoing $85 a month. It's a tech fee and a university fee. It includes all of the technology that you get here, all of it free, and your university fee. All right. Usually tax deductible. Check with your CPA. I am not a CPA, and I'm not giving you tax advice. Okay. All right. And then you do have costs inside of eXp, but these are only if you do a deal. Only if you do a deal. So every deal you do, you pay a little bit of your E&O insurance, which stands for errors and omissions insurance. You pay $40 per closing. That caps at $500, but look at the asterisk sentence here. If you only close 6 deals in a year, then you only have to pay $240. You don't have to pay the $500. It just caps there. It's a benefit to you of capping. If you are licensed in multiple states, you still only pay one $500 E&O cap. Okay, really cool. Then everybody always has $25 per closing broker review fee. That never caps, and that's only associated if the deal closes. It is a broker review fee to keep you compliant and keep you out of realtor jail. I'm just kidding. There's no such thing as realtor jail, but we threaten it a lot. All right. And then you have ongoing dues that you have to pay no matter where you are. This has nothing to do with eXp. This just has to do with you being an agent in your market. You have MLS fees, you have local board dues, you probably have access to the technology that gets you in and out of houses. It's either Super or Sentry Lock around here. And then, of course, you have your National Association of Realtors. That's normally packaged in with your local board dues. All right, keeping rocking and rolling here. How do I earn ownership at eXp? There are 3 ways you can do this. I'm going to go through each of these 3 ways. First way, when you do your first deal at eXp, every single year you get $200 worth of stock. When you fully cap at eXp, every single year you get $400 worth of stock. In other words, those 2 awards happen every year that those 2 things happen. Also, if you join eXp and then somebody joins with you that calls you their sponsor, when they do their first deal, you get $400 worth of stock. It's eXp's way of saying, hey, thanks for bringing Sally on or Tom on or whatever. All right. Now, this next way, this is really cool. This is really cool. This is voluntary. You do not have to do it. But I think agents who are smart are doing it. Basically, it's you sign up for it. And if you sign up for it, you're saying to eXp, hey, I want you to take 5% of my commission and I want you to buy me EXPI stock at a 10% discount. EXPI stock at a 10% discount. Now you have immediate access to that equity. Turn around and sell that if you want. I'm letting mine ride. Mine's growing and growing and growing. I'm making no promises of the stock performance. I cannot do that. I will not do that. But on the off chance that it does what we all would like it to do, that could be a lot of fun for you over time for sure. Okay. So that's an offering. It's sort of like a nice little automatic savings program, assuming the stock grows. Okay. The last way we've already talked about, if you become an icon agent, you earn up to $16,000 in company stock. Okay. 3 really cool, really neat, very achievable ways for you to begin to build a portfolio of ownership here at eXp. All right, Monica, what is this revenue share opportunity people are talking about? I want you to know that this is something you don't need to worry about. If this does not interest you, nobody's really ever going to ask you about it. But if this interests you, you're really going to be excited about it. I want to mention it because it's unique. It's a unique opportunity. But I don't want you to feel like you're obligated in any way to participate in this, okay? So, in fact, I'll tell you right now, 88% of all our agents have 0 people they've ever sponsored into the company. 88%. So we are by far just a brokerage of selling agents, agents that are here to sell houses. That's what we're doing, okay? So here's the program. eXp says, hey, if you're going to help us grow, then I'm going to share our revenue with you. So let's say this is me, and I sponsor an agent. Let's call him Tom. Tom comes on, and I sponsor him. When Tom does a deal, I make 3.5% of the gross commission. So in other words, if Tom sells a house for $333,000, that commission will be approximately $10,000. Now, Tom keeps 8,000 of it because that's his 80%, and eXp takes 20%. Okay? Because I sponsored Tom, I earned 3.5% of the $10,000. That's $350, and that comes out of eXp's money. That does not come out of Tom's money. Tom keeps all of his money. I make the $350, and eXp shares that out of their $2,000. Okay? And what's really cool is that this goes down 7 levels. This is where some people get confused and they say, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Well, 100% it's not a pyramid scheme. First of all, pyramid schemes are highly illegal, and we are a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. Do you think we're doing anything illegal? No. Second of all, this is a tried and true strategy for growth. create your sales force into your marketing force. The salespeople are the ones that know other agents. They are there to help, right? So if this is me and this is Tom, remember I attracted Tom, and then Tom attracts somebody, well, then I make 4% off of their gross commission. And if that person attracts somebody, well, I make 2.5% off of theirs. And this goes down 7 levels. Now, there's a lot more to this right here, but I can tell you, I am participating in this at a high level. This is a retirement strategy for me. And I am very much involved in the leveraged income that this is. And it will, at some point, enable me to step away from selling. I can retire, and this money will continue to allow me to live. This money is also a willable asset. It is a willable asset. So when I die, as long as whoever I will this to gets their license within a year, that money continues to flow. And it is, can be significant money. All right. If you want to talk more about this aspect of it, if this excites you, let me know. We'll go into more detail. If this does not excite you, if you're like, nope, I just want to sell houses, that's awesome. You're still in an amazing place to do so. All right. Now, where is the eXp office? You said something about it being cloud-based, and yes, it is cloud-based. However, I will say to you, as an eXp agent, you will have a membership to any Regus office building in the world. So you'll need to go to Regus, R-E-G-U-S, and you'll need to look up your town and see what kind of offices they have. Here in the Cincinnati area, they have 4 different spaces. They're all super cool. And we have free access to the common area in Regus, the common space, the co-op space. If you want to rent a private office or you want to rent a private boardroom or something, conference room, you can also do that. And I think we get a discounted rate there. All right. So we do have spaces you can go. Also, there are tons of cool co-op spaces popping up all around the country. And quite frankly, you are more likely to sell a house to somebody in a co-op space than you are in a brokerage. Isn't that the truth? Your real estate friends are not going to buy houses from you, but you being in a community at a co-op space, that's when you know another 100 people, and now you have another 100 people in your sphere of influence that could potentially buy a house from you. We do have this incredible cloud-based world, cloud-based community. These are a few snapshots. You're an avatar. You walk around, you find staff members, you have live conversations, you have training that's live, you can share information, we can have meetings, we can collaborate, we have special departments. It's all super cool and really easy to use, really easy to use. And at the end of this presentation, I'm going to play a little video for you, okay? Tech tools, I won't go into a lot of that, but these solutions make your life very, very, very easy and are the best in business. And you're going to love how all of these tools right here make your life go easier at eXp. Okay. So these were the costs. We already went over those. And we'll mention that we do have a commercial division. We also offer group healthcare coverage. Yes, group healthcare coverage, which is a leader. We are a leader in that space in our industry. And all kinds of other divisions and partnerships that help make your life much easier as you build your business. So I am going to play a quick video for you. Make this larger. I'm going to back this up and go all the way back here. Okay. And hold on, here we go. Oh, hold on 1 second. I need to stop sharing because I need to reshare and make sure I share my sound. Here we go. Okay, ready, go.
Welcome to our world, eXp World.
Welcome to eXp World.
eXp, created for connection.
All right, guys, I hope you found this extremely helpful. If you would like to talk about any details that I mentioned here that you want to know more about, if you'd like to have a personal one-on-one conversation with me about your business and how I can help you and how I can answer, how eXp can help you, I have a lot of free coaching for anybody in my eXp family. So if you are looking for a sponsor or you're just looking to have questions answered, I'm here for you. Would love to meet you, would love to learn more about you and what you're trying to do with this incredible business that is real estate. All right. Hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.